Good afternoon.
Thank you for joining. How are you doing? How was your week?
Okay, a little bit stressful.
A little bit stressful.
I've been keeping it in perspective because I heard somebody say people are stressed out because of election day, which is like tomorrow. So people do look stressed out.
Anything was happening on Halloween? What you end up doing on Halloween? Let's start wrapping from the last week.
We had a little party, and it was okay.
You organized a home party?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. How are you feeling after that? Were you prepping a long time? Did you need any decorations?
Not really. We made some decorations and had a pizza, and yeah.
Nice. That's great. I don't think we ever discussed any home parties ever since we started working together. So I'm super happy to hear that it's a step, it's progress. Inviting people, having this headache of planning for yourself. That's so cool.
Yeah. I'm good like that.
That is super cool. How'd you feel about it? Was Patrick happy with it? Were you happy with it?
It was okay. Yeah, it was okay.
It was okay. Did you invite any friends over?
I mean,
his friends?
yes.
Yeah.
So, and most of them came. So, yeah.
Well, all right. What would you like to talk about today? Anything specific that requires our attention?
Not so sure. I had things I wanted to bring up, but I didn't really write them down. So I just kind of like, not really. Just well, like Morgan's grandma didn't write back or anything, so I don't know. Maybe she's not having access to the internet the same way I am or something.
Maybe that, or also senior people, they have tendency to forget their passwords a lot, and instead of rebooting their password and being sent a text message on their phone number, they don't trust this. They just create new emails usually. They famous for that.
Really? Oh my god. I don't know. I had problems like that too with my passwords, and you made me think of something funny. There was like a thing where like people were actually like messing with the passwords that I heard of somewhere. I don't know. Well, whatever. Yeah. Passwords could drive somebody nuts.
They have tendency to not remember, and most of the senior clients say if we're talking like after 65 or even 70, they have tendency, they didn't write it down, no chance they will remember. Even if it's on their phone, they for some reason don't trust their account to save passwords, so they will just be automatic and they can log into their mailbox. They usually ask their children to do that, because not all the people are, using technology.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I don't feel like it's hard to tell them to trust it also, because sometimes, like, look what happened. Like, my EBT was robbed like 3 times or something. So sometimes as they're developing it, it's not like the most secure thing. Kind of like with medicine too. If it's like something new, I wouldn't just get on it,
To say less, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Is there any thinking process connected to it? First of all, the fact that you emailed grandma is already big. To just have
I didn't email her. I responded to her like her message.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, it
And
is still
yes,
some level of communication.
so
And to make this, I'm sure that you were maybe worried about it, maybe second guessing it. Like, should I or should I not? And the fact that you did it is already a big win.
yeah, I don't know how she got in contact with me either. That I kind of think about too, because how come she didn't get in contact with me sooner? And again, maybe it's what you're saying, like she just didn't have access to the internet or something. Because like I really, but she apparently wants to say hello to her granddaughter as well. So I don't know, but it's
Would
not
you
like
be
I would
okay?
be able to help her with that. So I don't know. I'm sorry. What were you saying?
Would you be okay potentially for her to say hello to Patrick? Would you be alright for them talking a
She has
little?
nothing to do with Patrick. She doesn't even know who Patrick is. I'm not even sure. That's the other thing. I'm not even sure she knows Morgan has two siblings. Like I'm not sure she knows that. I don't think I've talked to her for years and years and years. So she doesn't know like my older son either. So, and she has nothing to do with them either.
Okay.
Because I haven't talked to her like in a long time. Oh no, she probably does know because her son, I did talk to him, so he probably told her. So yeah.
Could be if they talk, yeah.
Yeah, but it's like I haven't seen this lady since like high school practically. So.
Wow.
Yeah, and she looks amazing, by the way. Like, if one thing I could tell her, like, if I saw her, she looks amazing. She looks, like, so fresh. Like, her and my mom, too, like, they surprise me. And as I'm getting older, too, I'm looking at them and I'm saying to myself, it's not that bad. Because at some point in my life, I felt like, kind of like, oh, I'm old and I'm aging and I'm gonna like lose all my feminine vials or something, but that's not so. Look at these old ladies, they're so nice looking.
If you want to hear my honest opinion, I think for us women it's not about aging, it's about if you have time and money. With time and money, all of us will look great. Younger.
She does not have time. I know this woman. I know she does not have time and she does not have money because she raised two sons. She's more like me. She was not married. She raised two sons, and she had like jobs. I don't think she has time and money. I don't think she's leisurely or privileged. And my mom too. She isn't. So sometimes it's the opposite. Sometimes if you like animals, when they struggle, they're very vicious when they have less or something, so they start like they're very like honed in on whatever it is, and they hone in
okay.
Yeah, like their beauty skills or something, but that's not the case. I think maybe women just look better natural or something, or I don't know. I just think she's very young looking for. She practically didn't age since high school. Since when I met this woman in high school, yeah, like she was like she was my age when we were dating, and I still have I could show you a picture of her, but I don't want to. But I had a picture of her. I lost all my pictures, but I'm not lying. She looks very good for her age. I don't know if this is appropriate that I'm talking about it.
Ask her. Did you ever ask her, like, I want to know what's your secret? Is she drinking some sort of juice, tea, or, I don't know, exercising, positive affirmations? Tell me what is it, I will be down to try.
Dude, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think stress. I think maybe, like, they don't stress a lot. And my mom, too. Like, I want to ask her if I could get a hold of her. Like, what's her secret, too? Yeah.
That'd be nice. What were your relationship like with your family when you were a teen, since, like, high school? Since you started describing it, that you haven't seen them since then, what was up?
I'm not gonna go hunt them down now. Like they're somewhere, because it like my little sister moved. My mom has a new husband, and my father, if he's still alive, is in rural Russia somewhere, very like hard to get a hold of him. And I think I'm all grown. I think, I just have kids now that I would like to, see and maybe provide for. Yeah.
I like to give this metaphor that the girl that you were in the past, she is you, but you are not her. Like, so many things change, and that past is so far away that it's not even you anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I feel that way.
Definitely. Different interests, different lifestyle, probably different way of thinking, you name it. But I'm sure
I'm waiting for a different. I like you said that. Oh, and like I see your reaction. You're like, I can't believe I said that, because I know what she's gonna say, and I'm gonna say I'm waiting for a different lifestyle, because like maybe my interests have expanded and I found more responsibilities, but I'm still waiting for a different lifestyle. I don't know. I gotta do something. I gotta grab the bull by the horns. They say I have to grab the bull by the horns, and then maybe I'll have a different lifestyle.
It's the behavioral activation. It's having more positive, because our brain doesn't care what to do as long as it has the result. If you learn how to say with stress, as a therapist, I deal a lot with people's stressors. If I'm used to be stressed all the time, that's all I know. But I'm a big fan of all of those trackers, habit trackers. I have it in my office, like habit trackers and stuff, and I'm checking in with people about it, usually weekly.
Can I stop you and just say something? That with real stress, the reality of it is you put up a bunch of charts, but with real life stress, it's not easy to keep track of, because you're trying to figure out what triggered it, but it could be somebody's vendetta triggered it, and it could be something so out of your control, So sometimes when you try, because I do try to manage and stuff, but just the fact that I'm reacting consistently in the same manner gives whatever energies are at odds with me the upper hand in that, because now they know I have a pattern, but I haven't yet learned theirs. Sometimes it just feels like I am so small and everything is so big,
That's a good observation. And it's also a statement that you just expressed about the upper hand. You do have a control over your reaction to it. The stressor may not be something you can control, but how to put yourself in this, it's a choice to make. Say, okay, I don't want to bring it up, and if it's irritating, tell me to stop. Election. So many people are worried about what's going to happen. So many people are stressing. And when we talk about it, and I'm like, do you exactly have the upper hand here? Say, one of my clients said today, one of my morning people said, I'm so stressed about what's going to happen, because if someone doesn't win, we will have riots, there will be some things, and they started, and I'm like, let me stop you here. We are not in the future yet. We don't know what's going to happen. But you're already stressing about what might happen in the future, and you're already living there. You're already feeling this riot, feeling those, stores being destroyed and stuff, and fires. Why are you talking about this right now? Because it's our choice. What are we bringing with us?
Well, I feel about the election, that's part of their game too. So it makes me stressed out. I kind of feel for this person, because it makes me stressed out that that's the government's game, or it's the government's lack of control. Because someone at my level could either view it this way or that way. There's no denying that this is a special election, because they're really shit throwing, and really does massively mean something to people. People are really starting to worry and fidget about their careers, about this thing, the other thing. But I'm kind of mad, because I feel like some of this is it's been people picking our systems apart for so long that it's gotten to the point where people start rioting and all that,
And you can choose, just not be that much stressed about it. If it's someone's game, hypothetically, let's imagine government wants us to start worrying about it. Worries are not helpful to me. I know that when I'm stressed, I'm not focused. My productivity will go down. I will start having stomach issues. I'm not going to be hungry, and I will probably will just crave something sugary, This is not good for me. This is not good for my health. I choose not to. I choose to get out of all my social media. I choose not to read the news because, say, YouTube algorithm, if I will Google what I usually do, some better sleep sounds, music for grounding your stress, because I use it myself and I'm sharing it with clients, that's what I will see. If I will use, I don't know, Kamala Harris, Donald Trump talking, that's what I'm going to see. I'm making my news environment. That's on me. And I choose not to.
That's like, that's something else that gives a lot of people anxieties, is like the way we do media these days, like what you just mentioned. I don't know if you were leading me like this to this conversation, that sometimes it's so specific, especially like they're putting AI in the Google and maybe YouTube already has it, that it'll only give you what you want to see. And I've been watching them debate, which is, for everyone, and like the stuff that they put out like mutually, and the way they're talking, even it's like it's aimed like at completely different like directions and camps, and it's scary how people could just talk like through each other sometimes, and it feels weird, and it feels like that to me sometimes with actual people, not just like when they're debating, like I have friends, maybe they have friends, we're all normal people, but when we're talking to each other, it's just like we just don't feel each other. We're just like,
it feels natural sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't.
Exactly. So it's like really scary how, like, is something actually riding on this? Because someone like me, like, I'm thinking like maybe, money's gonna like go like to police funds or something for better forensics or something like that if Trump wins, and like, I don't know, whatever.
The power that I want you to acknowledge and allow yourself to own it. You making your own news. See, you and I, we have different news bubble. Because I Google a lot of psychology, practicing psychologists, psychiatry, how it's related. I have a lot of that kind of stuff. I don't have a lot of like world news. I Google some stuff in Russian. So I know some Russian news. And I Google a lot about movies because I love movies, and usually around when it starts with Cannes Movies Festival, the Berlin Movie Festival, some independent movie festivals, and Oscar, the Academy Award, I'm all about it. I read. If I cannot watch all the movies, I read about them from the critics whose view I trust. That's all I see. That's my news bubble. It's pretty much, bubbly. And what do you Google? That's what you're gonna see. And if we have a conversation and you'll be like, hey Anna, have you seen this and that? I probably didn't.
I don't know. Me and my friend were watching Michael Costa, I think his name is, and he was doing like a piece on how like stressed, like they were making fun of how stressed out people were because of the elections. Yeah.
Well, for the stress, if you're interested, since we're talking about my Google,
I'm just saying, remember I was saying it's not just me, like I was saying it's not just me, because I'm gonna say this, okay, I did not register because so I'm not even voting. I'm gonna say this, but it's causing me stress because everybody else is stressed out,
Well, have you ever thought of it? Are you interested? Do you think that everybody's voice matters? That's the question.
Yes, I have, but I didn't have the money to register because I didn't I don't have like a DMV ID, and that would have cost me money because I'd have to replace some documents to get it. So I just didn't have the money to do it in time,
Okay.
So, and so.
Well, eventually, would you be ever interested to get this ID to register?
I mean, obviously, but you know, like I'm sitting here thinking, like, what's going on with like my like everything, like my social security. I just feel insecure here, and I've told people why, and it's just being ignored. So I'm just like, I'm not even like talk about stress. Like sometimes I'm thinking, like, oh, maybe I will go to Canada or something weird like that, you know, because it does affect me too. It does affect me too. The stress from the elections.
Okay. Well,
I don't know
to
if you
reduce
believe
the
that.
stress, to reduce your stress a little bit, I can share a channel. It's called Better Sleep. It's just random music. They have music with, if you ever had this experience, you know when you go on the train, on Trans-Siberian Railway, and the train got this sound? It's very soothing to some people.
I've been looking for that because I actually do use those to sleep sometimes because like I don't have to, you know, have like specific verbal thoughts when something's just like pounding rhythmically on my head, you know.
There is a sound. I'm gonna send this. It's like sound for ambient sound. You know, when you're busy with stuff and you just want to have this background noise, this is good for it. So it's this one. I am sending it to you in our chat. Please open it so the page will be saved on your browser, on the phone. And the whole channel of this is called Better Sleep Russia. So
I saw
check
war.
this out.
I saw bombing. I saw shooting.
How do I pause it? I'm trying to pause it.
They have it in English as well. It's called Better Sleep Music, but I'm glad they have one specifically for, you know, people that have a little bit nostalgic feeling for this train environment and not subway train.
I'm trying to find the page where. Oh, okay.
You got it?
Yeah.
Perfect. Any plans that you have for this week? Because it's going to be election week, and I don't know what people usually do. Try to avoid probably the crowds, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have like many plans. Yeah.
No plans?
Maybe, yeah. I'm hoping, yeah. I hope Trump wins. I know you might be thinking I hope Kamala
I'm not going to
wins.
say anything because I'm not here to express my personal opinion. I can tell you for sure that each of the candidates, they got their pros and cons, like everything
Well,
else.
you know, a lot of like Trump people, they're scared to say I hope Trump wins because people like to like shoot him in the head and stuff, and they like throw garbage at people if they're like saying stuff like
We
I hope
are
Trump
about to
wins.
find out. Pretty soon we will find out.
Yeah, I know. It's yeah, it's not juvenile of me. It's I just don't have much else that I could talk about anyway. So
Yeah. All right then. Were you able to conquer yourself with the idea of building up these better habits and do something different and live a better life? Any other improvements? First is organizing the party. I count it as an improvement. I
Okay,
count it as
thank you.
behavioral activation.
okay.
So I think it's our first win. It's the first step. When we talk about progress, there is no big or small progress. Everything that is different counts to it. Anything else that you recognized?
Not really. I'm okay because I'm thinking forward, like even past the elections. I'm thinking about Thanksgiving. I'm thinking maybe I'll have maybe I will find like the people that I want to spend Thanksgiving with. Maybe I will find them.
Okay. Well, we will explore. We can make a list of pros and cons. We can see if you will be willing to try and how many people you'll be comfortable with to invite for Thanksgiving. Or maybe just do it for yourself, Patrick.
I can only invite the people whose phone numbers I have though, and you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
exactly that. Okay.
Okay.
All right then. So I guess it's good point for us to maybe pause for today and begin from next week. And I'm really happy to see you in like more enlightened mood in a way, even though there's huge anxiety cloud flying around New York or the whole country.
I just feel excited because it's actually like, yeah, that anxiety cloud should be tomorrow, should clear up or storm up or whatever is going to happen. So
Yeah.
I just feel excited. I don't care. Yeah.
All right. Let's hope for the best.
Okay.
Definitely.
All right.
Okay, Luna. Have a great week, and I'll see you next Monday, same time, correct?
Okay. Take care.
Bye.
Thank you.